I'll have to look at it later. Get that heist going. Alright, we need to do a side mission up. We did find that one dead body. We'll do it real quick.
What you planning?
Alright. We'll try to solve this murder. There's been a murder. Woman Valerie Duclos, in her 40s, extremely well dressed in the old fashion of the monarchy. Faces contorted into a horrible expression. No indication of physical violence. She was scared to death. A porcelain cup with a Japanese style design. Hold up. Can we get back to the porcelain cup with Japanese style design appears to have held hot coffee. All right, I need to turn off the. Is there a way to turn off the database thing? Because this is driving me crazy. Options, game options. No, I need that show. Mission log. Hidden. Hidden. Because that keeps popping up and it's driving me crazy. Sando's being driven crazy by knowledge. It's not the knowledge part. It's the database thing that keeps coming up. Binded in with science. Well, not really.
What are you doing here? This is a private tragedy.
A maintained garden with various flowers, foxgloves, belladonna, and others that are fatal when ingested.
If you must know, I am Amélie Mauvoisin. This was my elder sister, Valérie Duclos. I refuse to believe that Georges poisoned her, even after what she said. Valérie and I were quite close, but I must say, she was simply dreadful the entire evening, drinking too much, insulting everyone. The worst was when she announced she planned to denounce Georges to the Committee of Public Safety.
Okay, so we need to find Georges. Georges. There's got to be another clue location. What's this? Woman's ring discarded in shrubbery. Upon close inspection, one pearl is revealed to be a removable stopper for a tiny hidden vial. The vial is empty, save for a drop of sticky, clear, odorless liquid. Hey, babe. Let me get through here. Mm-hmm. So she was definitely poisoned. Kitchen clues. Okay, here we go. Here we go. A large stoneware pestle and mortar used for crushing of herbs from the garden. Who are you? Speak.
Never liked her. Never. Even when her husband, rest his soul, was alive. He was a true gentleman, he was. Mr. George was his friend. Used to come by for meals and eat and eat. Pity he'll be getting the chop. But Madame spent her day lording it over poor Miss Amelie and yelling at Master Pierre. Who knows what Miss'll do now? Not having a penny to her name and not likely to find a husband at her age.
So her sister could have killed her from jealousy? Could have been. Nifty green screen. Thank you. It is. It's collapsible and dual-sided. And now crooked as hell. Because I was playing with it. Damn it! Oh, don't be sorry. No. It's round. All right. So it's got this stand that it hangs on, but it's not a permanent screen. So like when I'm not using it, I can fold it down into a little circle about the size of my torso and put it over in the corner when I'm not using it. It's real easy to put up and take down. There was one more clue in here I'm missing. Large earthenware jug, remain of thick cocoa paste, So jar containing finely milled cocoa powder along with empty milk jug and earnest sugar. That was it. Alright. Notable events in Paris Society, Volume 11. Pages marked detailing the Lavoisin poisonings of the previous century. It seems one Catherine Deschays Lavoisin and her daughter, Margaret Monvoisin, were involved. Alright. An old book bearing the name Lavoisin on the inside cover. A marked passage reads, I obtained this recipe from a close friend who in turn obtained it from a relation whom is reputed to have received it from a certain Italian gentleman, proving its authenticity. It produces a liquid devoid of color, smell, or taste that demonstrates the desired result within mere minutes. Many have sought the secret I am about to divulge. Guard it well. The passage continues with an involved process in which arsenic, belladonna leaves, and lead powder are reduced to form a clear, odorless liquid. There are marginal notes made in several hands and faded ink. Crumpled letter found on the floor. It appears to be from a legal firm. My dear Maid de Clos, I myself was witness to the signing of your late husband's last will and testament only a few months before his death. He left the sum to be managed by his friend Georges Villers Segonzi, with the bulk of the estate to go to your son Pierre. We discussed the matter over cognac, and he seemed most reasonable. Madame, I would thank you not to call into question my thoroughness and professionalism. Neither your husband nor M. Villers Segonas disclosed the document you had brought to light. I prefer to think that they were unaware of its existence. Regardless, the document appears to be genuine and gives you an undisputable claim to the assets. There is, however, one obstacle to your stated desire to take immediate and direct control of the inheritance. The law dictates that women may not manage their own financial affairs. Therefore, M. Georges Villers Segonas continue to hold complete authority over the entire fortune, despite the fact that the assets have always belonged directly to you and never to your husband. As long as M. Villers is active, your husband's will dictates that he and not yourself stands as the one who control the fortune. Please accept my most sincere regards and esteem, Maxime Scourty. So she was planning on killing dude. So that she had everything to gain by killing dude. What's up, Sahara? How you doing? It's crazy. The safe contains an ancient document, has been thrown loosely on top of many others. My mother, through her business, amassed a considerable personal fortune before her death, which she left entirely to me, her eldest daughter. To honor her, I declare a legacy to be passed to the eldest surviving female of my line, born of name Monvoisin. My wealth is held in trust, with the income benefiting my heir directly. As one heir dies, it passes to her eldest daughter, or if none, her eldest sister, or if none, her eldest female relation. In addition, the heir must take ownership of my mother's commonplace Booker collection, glass rings and necklaces, the judicious use of which is essential to success of the enterprise. Indeed, what these items represent is more powerful than any wealth. I declare these to be my wishes upon my death. Margaret Monov. Okay, so her mother. So the sister and the dude. All right, so dead woman was going to kill late husband's friend because he controlled all of the assets.
I'm so sorry, Pierre.
But it looks like sister might
but
have
she
done
was
it.
my mother.
I promised your father I'd watch over your family. And look how I failed.
My mother was often difficult, and she was particularly nasty this evening. I suspect it had to do with a letter she received earlier in the day. In any case, she became angrier and angrier until she finally stormed out into the garden. I told Lucille to take her a calming cup of hot chocolate, but Aunt Amélie, fearing Lucille would upset Mother even further, took the cup away. Mother's always been unhappy that I inherited most of Father's wealth, and she often accused Lucille of wanting only my money. But that's all over now, isn't it? Lucille and I can marry at last.
What about you? Why can't I talk to you? Ornate silver pot on a tray with 4 porcelain cups. Each bears a Japanese-style design. 1 cup full of cocoa. Others contain drinks. So she was in here with the chocolate. Well, this is where the chocolate originated from. A note apparently to Pierre from his mother. My son, I write to caution and admonish you as to your conduct. I appreciate that since the death of your father, you have enjoyed considerable financial freedom due to his foolishly generous bequests as regards yourself, whereas I have had to make do with a pittance. Your Aunt Emile recently discovered a document that makes it quite clear that it is I that should have obtained control of my family's fortune upon the death of your father, despite the ludicrous claims of our doddering executor, who squanders our money in his foolish business dealings in the Orient. You simply must quell your extravagance, especially in regards to the vulture-like woman you consort with, in view of the fact that I will shortly obtain control of the entire inheritance. Whatever debts you have incurred will thereupon be yours and yours only. Don't delude yourself that Emile will come to your rescue, despite the fact that you have been foolishly generous to her. The money comes to me. She will have a small maintenance and can continue to wear Mother's worthless jewelry. She does not understand the value of money, and the less of it her, the better. Japanese snuff box inscribed with the name George. You, buddy.
Yes,
You.
she threatened me. She made baseless threats at every dinner party. But she was getting angrier and angrier. So I repaired to the terrace with my brandy. On my way back down, I encountered Amélie. She sent me out to the garden to calm her sister with some hot chocolate.
We will catch up here in just a minute. We will go to the database that I turned off and figure it all out, I promise. Alright. Alright, so the woman that's dead, we can do this real quick. This woman that is dead right here, she was poisoned. Here's the china cup. It was a hot chocolate mixture, poison in it. This is her sister. Now, her father, this woman's father, when he died, he left, or when her mother died, when her parents died, they left her all of their money, right? But women aren't allowed to have control of any estate. So it would really go to her love interest, which would be Mr. George up there, who controls all of her money. Alright? Now, in her writings, she was uncovering the poison ingredients. Somebody must have known she's going to knock off old George up there. Took her out. And I think it might have been her son's. She didn't approve of her son's girlfriend, and I'm betting that's who this is right here.
We got along very well. Oh, she was a bit concerned about her son being younger than me, I suppose. But I've known her since before her husband died. Poor man took ill and asphyxiated. Shame. He did manage to put Georges in charge of the family finances. My, that made Valerie furious. Very amusing. Tonight she seemed especially angry. She's never threatened Georges with execution before. Oh well, takes all kinds.
Alright, we got all the clues, we got all the evidence. We can go into the database. Case files, hot chocolate. They all have motive. All right, I'm gonna read. I'm gonna read to you guys, and you guys tell me what you think. All right, you guys tell me who did it. First of all, we got the woman, Valerie Duclos. She's in her 40s, extremely well dressed in the old fashion of the monarchy, face contorted into a horrible expression with no indication of any physical violence. In the kitchen, there's a large earthenware jug, remains of a thick cocoa paste, also a jar containing finely milled cocoa powder, along with empty milk jug and an urn of sugar. Also in the kitchen, there's large stoneware pestle and mortar used for crushing of herbs from the garden. The maid in the kitchen is elderly, did not care for the victim at all. Matter of fact, she hated the victim, but remembers the victim's husband fondly, vouches for George's character, and underscored that the victim often lorded it over Pierre and Emile, claimed that Emile hasn't a penny to her name. In the garden, there's a maintained garden with various flowers, foxgloves, belladonna, and others that are fatal when ingested. There's a porcelain cup with Japanese-style design. It appears to have held hot chocolate. And then there's the ring. A woman's ring discarded in shrubbery. Upon close inspection, one pearl is revealed to be removable. Stopper for the tiny hidden vial. The vial is empty, save for a drop of sticky, clear, odorless liquid. And then Emile, the victim's sister, is also out there. She's dressed nicely but not expensively. Identifies the victim as Valerie Duclos. Victim insulted everyone at the party. Claims the victim threatened George with denunciation to Committee of Public Safety. Then we got in the study where somebody was looking up how to make the poison, but also uncovered that the money was rightfully hers. I myself was witness to the signing of your late husband's last will and testament only a few months before his death. He left the sum to be managed by his friend, George Villers, with the bulk of the estate to go to your son, Pierre. We discussed the matter over cognac, and he seemed most reasonable. But George still holds complete authority over the entire fortune, despite the fact that the assets have always belonged directly to you and never to your husband. She's writing to her son, telling her that his girlfriend's no good for him. That's where the cup came from, because it matches the set on the dining room. An elegant Japanese snuff box is also there, inscribed with George's name. I mean, George says, admits having been threatened by the victim and claims this was not unusual. Emil handed him the hot chocolate to take to Valerie. Valerie died shortly after. So he claims the sister gave him the hot chocolate to take to Valerie. Claims he gave Lucille a cup to take to Valerie. He says the idea of the chocolate for his mother was his idea. He gave Lucille a cup to take to Valerie, but Emil interrupted and took the cup away. You think he tried to kill his own mom? I think he did. I think it's the boy. That's who I'm going to accuse. The chocolate started with him.
Mother's always been unhappy that I inherited most of Father's wealth, and she often accused Lucille of wanting only my money. But that's all over now, isn't it? Lucille and I can marry at last.
Yeah, you can.
It's true
You
she
have the
opposed
largest
my marriage
motive.
with Lucille, but that's hardly a reason to murder my own mother.
Yeah. No.
You said that.
Apparently I didn't get that right. It's got to be one of these kids.
Tonight she seemed especially angry. She's never threatened Georges with execution before. Oh well, takes all Oh God, I wish I'd thought of a way to murder her. But everyone hated her. I figured all I had to do was wait until someone else did it. And I was right.
Apparently, I'm accusing the wrong person here. I guess I'm just gonna accuse everyone.
If you must know, I am Amélie Mauvoisin. This was my elder sister. Damn you! Interfering where you're not wanted. Valerie didn't deserve that money. I did much more for the honor of the family. She was nothing but a vile, hectoring drunk.
They all hated her, but the sister killed her. That's crazy. Crazy!
You. If I were you, I'd be careful what I drank.
Be careful what I drink. Yeah.
I love a hot chocolate myself. I believe I'll have one now. Meanwhile, see if there's something you want.
Some shady characters mixed up in this one, eh?
All right. Wow. Okay, back to some. Let's choose another side mission. That one was. Well, that was different. A famous rope ladder. Alright, we're going to the Bastille. There's got to be a bridge that goes across.
My friend. What cheer? Hello.
There it is, all the way up here. Good grief, man. They're going to need another bridge to go across again. All right. Turn.
you were tearing last night.
I don't think we've...
You revolutionary bastard!
Gotta go. Yeah, I like knowing how much health I have. You play this game with no HUD. That'll put you in it to win it.
What's that? Speak up!
Bienvenue dans ma boutique.
All right.
Years ago, when I escaped from the Bastille, I left behind the rope ladder I fashioned from twine and firewood. It's famous now, but the Bastille's guarded because of the looting. Could you, citizen, retrieve my rope and bring it back? It's somewhere in that vast edifice. You'll have to get the location from the quartermaster.
Okay. Sure, I'll get that from the quartermaster. I'm sure he'll be happy to see me. I doubt he'll be happy to see me. Alright. Why would a guy want a rope ladder anyway? It's quite famous now. Oh, is it? Still a rope ladder. It's gonna rot. In and out. Like it was no big deal. Excuse me. Excuse me. Don't talk shit. You'll get shot. Or stabbed. In that case, it was stabbed. Well, they got the alley blocked. Oh, excuse me. Perfect. Marcy, Maddie, what are you doing? They're being weird in there. Alright, guys. Madison. I know what that is now. Quit. It's a tuba mouthpiece. I gotta find a way out of here. How do you get out? Damn. Barely. Hey, lot picking. It's not so bad. It's the really quick ones that suck. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Thank you, my friend. It makes a fine memento.
Makes a fine memento, it does.
Qu'est-ce que le tiers-état? Qui n'a pas son exemplaire? Déjà 40 000 lecteurs conquis. Oui, il vous fallait préciser. Découvrez l'œuvre fondatrice et la plus personnelle. Ah, de la clientèle. De tous et de tout. Ah, papa.
Hey, what's up, dude? You need some help.
Playwright, diplomat, and bon vivant. I'm told you can help me. The public censors are oppressing new plays, including one of mine. They've paid a critic to give it a bad review, and are planning to censor the production itself. Could you steal the review before it goes to press, and then, suppress the censors?
Alright, so he wants me to find the critic, steal the bad review, and then censor the critics or the press. I guess I'm not allowed to go in there, huh?
People love to read a bad review. This one will sink Beaumarchais for good, and I haven't even seen the play.
Find the chief censor. Kill him, I guess. Not from the front entrance, at least. Wasn't even there.
I was by your tower last
I don't
night.
do business with anyone of your ilk. Let me through.
I'm sure that won't draw too much attention. Where's this guy at? Aha. Well, can't air assassinate him from here.
Time to...
He's not too sure about it. Okay, so no, oh no, shit.
I'll catch you no matter what.
Alright, medicine back to full. Yeah.
Mais qu'est-ce que j'ai...
Nice. Dude, those guys are really starting to hate me now. I just run by them and they're like, I'll punch you in the face. It's crazy. Alright. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Defeat a series of accomplished duelists. I wish one of you guys had this game because there's a few missions that we could do together. Co-op style. Oh, madame, what's up?
I am the Chevalier d'Eon, master swordsman, diplomat, and sometimes spy. Do not be confused by my attire. I simply prefer to clothe myself in female garb.
It is a little confusing.
You are an assassin. I'm hoping you can help me, but first, I'd like to ensure that you're the man for the job. There are several swordsmen who will test your acumen. Challenge each of them and draw first blood. And watch you don't step on my dress.
Watch you don't step on my dress. Right. Okay.
But of course, my friend, a duel it is. I'll serve as a second to both of you. Go, Patriots!
Stop the hit. Well fought. You are the victor. We have a champion.
There's 5 of these duelists? I thought you said like 2.
Oh my, a duelist, are we? How amusing. This man will judge the hits. I have an appointment presently, but this shan't take much time.
Man.
Enough! Leave me alone!
Come back, coward!
2, 5, same thing. French aren't good at war or math. Poor bastards. They're not good at making. They're good at making mustard.
Duel you? Preposterous. Oh, very well.
I will oversee the contest. He who draws first blood wins.
I could use a bit of practice.
This is my patriot.
That looks like first blood to me. What? Quit what?
I'm on strike. Because I go work every day and I
A hit! The challenger wins!
I will not yield.
Cease! The fight is over!
Rubbish! To the death!
Wanted to go to the death. Ooh.
Monsieur, soyez bienvenu.
Ooh. While I'm here. Oh, there he is.
I accept your challenge, upstart.
A duel it is! I shall be your
Upstart.
second, Alphonse.
I'll adjudicate. I was first in my class at the School of Gentlemen Cadets.
Indeed he was, and well deserved.
Been warned.
What? You take that!
I shall never yield.
Stop, this is highly irregular. You can't defeat Alphonse!
Cheap bastards. Couldn't beat me, so you had your boy jump me too? I had to kill the adjudicator. Excuse me, excuse me. Oh, now I gotta fight this dude in the dress. Alright. I got this.
As a final test, you must match yourself against the best.
I'll adjudicate.
I am one of Europe's greatest swordsmen. Or swordswomen, for that matter. best. You need bend your knee to no one, man or woman.
Damn straight. Alright. That mission was kind of weird. We got to do some of these riddles. What do you guys think? Terra or Mars? I think we should do Terra. We're closer to Terra. Maybe we can wrap this up before, real quick. We gotta find all these pieces so we can unlock the good armor. The super armor. Alright.
Relève-toi et bats-toi.
Il mérite de mourir.
Ah! It's your building. You know who the troublemakers are. Get out of here right now. Well, that's it.
Alright, let's head over this way, get that first riddle clue. Hedged in her garden, a winged warrior stands unmoving and unmoved at the cross's very heart. Well, we were... Hotel descends. I'm wanting to think that, we already found a symbol at Hotel descends. And I'm wanting to think that we did at Place de Vosges, too. But we're going to go there anyway, because that is definitely a garden. Hedged in her garden, a winged warrior stands, unmoving and unmoved at the cross's very heart. Or, wow, could it be closer than I think? Wow, it is closer than I think. Alright. The warrior fights her ceaseless battle. She takes aim, her steady spear poised against the demons. Well, it points this way. I hear it. She's talking about the gargoyle? There it is. Well, at least I know I'm in the right spot. To be punished or to be amused, the green heritage of Daedalus sees the lofty bishop looming over the resting rook. Or to be amused. The green heritage of Daedalus. Sees the lofty bishop leaning over the resting brook. Well, there's a rook in the middle of that maze. But I don't see a bishop. You guys see a bishop? It is the road. Okay. Crap. There we go. Yay! That was quick. Didn't even use a guide that time. Boop, 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 boop. Guys. I am going to, we've been streaming for about, well, a little over 3 hours. So I am going to go use the restroom. Make sure you got plenty of drink. I'm going to go smoke a cigarette. I'll be back in a few, guys. Stretch those legs.